most remote inhabited islands on Earth. Life at the edge of the world. What is the most remote inhabited island on Earth? Do people actually live there? And what is life like when you're surrounded by nothing but ocean? Today, we are visiting 3 of the most remote islands on Earth. From remote to extremely remote to one of the most isolated places humans have ever called home. Each island lies closest to a different continent, and each has its own extraordinary story. We begin with the least isolated of the 3, the Faroe Islands. Island 1, Faroe Islands, the edge of Europe. In the heart of the North Atlantic, between Iceland and Norway, lie the Faroe Islands, a small archipelago of 18 rugged islands, home to just 50,000 people. Tiny villages are scattered across dramatic cliffs and deep valleys. Some villages have only a handful of residents. Isolation is everywhere, yet the world does not feel completely out of reach. To connect these islands, locals built something remarkable. More than 25 tunnels carved through mountains and beneath the ocean, including the world's first undersea roundabout located deep below the Atlantic. For such a small population, the infrastructure is astonishing. These tunnels transformed isolated islands into one of Europe's most connected road networks. The Faroe Islands are often called the land of the Vikings. Their language comes from Old Norse. Their traditions still reflect their northern heritage. Fishing drives the economy. More than 9% of income comes from the sea. And everywhere you go, you are never more than 5 kilometers from the ocean. Life here is peaceful. Quiet villages, rolling green hills, waterfalls falling straight into the sea. But isolation still shapes daily life. Everyone knows everyone. There are only a few traffic lights in the entire country, and young people often leave, searching for opportunities elsewhere. Even love becomes difficult. More men remain on the islands, while many women move abroad. As a result, international marriages are common. Despite being part of Denmark, the Faroese maintain their own identity, their own flag, their own language, their own traditions. It is remote, calm, and deeply connected to nature. But this is only the beginning. Now we move to something far more isolated. Island 2, Socotra, Yemen. Our second island feels like another planet. Socotra lies in the Arabian Sea, separated from mainland landmasses for millions of years. This isolation created one of the most unique ecosystems on Earth. More than 1/3 of its plant life exists nowhere else, including the famous dragon's blood tree, a strange umbrella-shaped tree that bleeds red resin. The island has very limited flights, sometimes just 1 per week. Tourism is minimal. Infrastructure is scarce. Most travelers camp on beaches or dunes. Hotels are rare. Services are limited. But the landscapes are breathtaking. White sand dunes meeting turquoise water. Bottle-shaped trees storing water in their trunks. And forests that look completely alien. Many locals still live traditionally. Some even live in caves. Fishing, farming, and herding remain the main ways of life. The people speak Sokotri, an ancient language with no written form, only spoken, passed down through generations. Isolation here is not only geographic, it is cultural, it is biological, it is historical. This island is like a time capsule, a glimpse of Earth untouched. But even Socotra is not the most remote. For that, we travel to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Island 3, St. Helena. the most remote inhabited island. In the vast South Atlantic, halfway between Africa and South America, lies St. Helena, one of the most remote inhabited islands in the world. For centuries, the only way to reach it was by ship. No roads, no neighboring countries, just endless ocean. The island became famous as a natural prison, because once you arrived, escape was nearly impossible. This is where Napoleon Bonaparte was exiled in 1815. He lived here until his death, surrounded by isolation. Today, about 5,000 people live on St. Helena, most in a small town called Jamestown, nestled between steep cliffs and the ocean. Flights only began in 2017. Even now, just one plane arrives per week. Life here moves slowly. Everyone greets each other. Everyone knows everyone. There is no rush, no noise, no crowds. The island has its own currency, its own traditions, and one of the rarest coffee beans in the world. Silence defines life here. Isolation shapes everything. But for many residents, that isolation is not loneliness, it is peace. 3 islands, 3 levels of isolation, 3 completely different ways of life, from the connected remoteness of the Faroe Islands, to the alien landscapes of Socotra, to the extreme isolation of St. Helena. These places remind us that life can exist far from the noise of the world, where time slows down and nature shapes everything. Like and subscribe for next story.